Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this is the first video where we're having this type of setting, so it might be who is this, what's with the bonnet and all, but I wanted a setting where I'll be very comfortable talking with you guys, like with my bonnet, without really thinking much about anything, setup and all that. Basically why I started this series where I'll be in this comfortable setting is I want to talk about how I plan to join the 1%. That series will be starting very soon, but today I'll be focusing on how choosing myself has completely improved my life. Like, I can't tell you how making the decision to always choose myself first has improved my life. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the 6 ways I've implemented choosing myself first and how it has completely benefited me. And you might want to consider doing this for yourself as well, because it is a game changer. So the very first one is not allowing myself to feel guilty about wars. This might be very controversial because it is a very touchy subject. There are so many wars going on around the world now, like you have the Congo one, the Palestinian Israeli one, and the Russian one. All these are all political settings that I decided not to allow myself feel guilty about, because especially now with platforms like TikTok, where we have access to informations where we would not normally have access to these informations, I find myself feeling very overwhelmed with these informations that are now out there, especially with the wars, and especially when it comes to Congo wars, because these are my African brothers, but then they are suffering. But when I think about it, there's really nothing I can do about these things. I just have the information making me feel overwhelmed, the information just making me feel stressed out, like, why is this thing happening? What can we do about it? In the little ways we can do anything, we've done, but then on a larger scale, on a more influential scale, we really can't do anything about it. So I've decided that I would not allow these wars that are going on to influence my mental health, because it can be very draining, very stressful. So I don't want to be stressing myself about things I don't have control over, especially these wars, which are very emotionally draining when you see what is happening around the world. The second one is not feeling bad about unfollowing the people I know. And I know there are many people on this table, but me deciding to choose myself first and my mental health first is deciding that I'm not going to follow people that, even though I know them, but they are not impacting anything into my life. Like, instead they are just pressurizing me in any way, like whether it's about marriage, whether it's about money, whether it's just about because I know them. Like, there's that mental stress that comes with following this person. I unfollow you, whether I know you or you're even my blood. I unfollow you. I don't allow myself to feel emotionally attached to the fact that because I know you, I have to follow you, because it is very draining, especially when the person is in one way, even though unconsciously, but they're just pressurizing you. And you are feeling stressed. Like, why should I be feeling stressed because of your life? Everybody has their own life to live. So I've decided to choose myself first and save my mental health. So me not following you does not mean that you are no longer part of my life, but it just means that I decided to choose my mental health first. I decided to choose myself first. So the third one is saying no to friends and the people I know. Yes, I know this will be very controversial, because you would think because you are friends, I'm supposed to say yes to whatever you said. And this was me some time ago, because I always felt guilty when I'm telling somebody I know, like somebody who I consider my friend, know when they ask me for something, when they are requesting for something that I know that I can give, but then I want to use that thing for myself. Learning to say no to these people, to these friends, to these family members, to these people that I know, it has been like the best decision ever, because before now I used to be very stressed about this, like it will make the person feel bad. I now found out that I'm always thinking about other people first before myself. Interestingly, this happened recently, where a friend of mine asked me to get something for her from somebody I know, and when the thing did not arrive early, even when both of us ordered for the same thing, I was worried about how she would feel if the item got spoiled, because it was an edible item, and I was very worried about this, only for my sister to snap me back to reality to say, why are you worried about another person's item when your own item in this bulk of things you've bought is even much more than that of your friend? But because I'm always thinking about I don't want to make this person feel bad, I just don't want them to think of me as like a bad friend and all that, I keep worrying about this. So making that decision to always say no when I know that it is something that is going to stress me out because you are involved in it, I just say no. Especially when I know that you are the type that makes me feel bad about not doing that thing for you. It is easier for me to just say that I don't have access to the thing than to, give you the assurance I will do it. And when I don't deliver, you make me feel less of, myself than it's supposed to be. So the fourth one is deciding not to keep up with family members who don't keep up with me. I've had to battle this like with my family members because it feels like they are always expecting me to always reach out because I'm the younger person. But I decided you can't come and stress me because I'm the younger person, then I'll have to be the one always keeping up with you, calling you to check up on you. But what happens to if I don't call you? Why don't you decide to call me to know if I'm even okay? Okay, ask like, why did I not call you? Then I'll know that, okay, you called me to even find out what's happening. That's why you wanted to know about my, what I'm doing or how I'm doing. And then I will not have the assurance that, okay, this person cares about me. I cannot call you. But you making me feel like, I did not call you or I did not check up on you when you would have, reciprocated that feeling is something that, has stressed me out for a long time now. So I decided if you don't check up on me, I'm not going to bother about you. Anytime we see in a family gathering, oh, why did you not call me? You've not been checking up on me. I was like, okay, sorry, ma, I'm very busy. Especially in this part of the world where I am, like people take these things and turn it into an emotional battle and make you feel bad about yourself and all that. But I've gotten past that because I don't want you to come and be stressing me because I did not say, how are you doing? Why did you not call me to know how I am doing as well? So making that decision was very important for me, and it has brought me to a place where I'm more at peace with myself. So everybody now knows that, okay, this is how this person is. Instead of me fronting and making you believe that I'm the very caring one, always checking up on you. I already have a sister that does that. For me, I'm not all about that. So you should just take me as I am, and we'll all get along. I don't have to be bootlicking you every time or checking up on you every time to know that you are still alive. Hopefully nothing happens to you, and we're all good. So the fifth one is saying no to anything that disrupts my alone time. Guys, I'm saying this now, I'm a chronic ambivert. An ambivert is somebody who is a mix of an introvert and an extrovert. So I'm a bubbly person, but I like my alone time as well. So anything that is going to disrupt my alone time, I find it very hard. Especially like my sister always tells me that she feels like I'm the type that I'll be in Nigeria where my husband is abroad and we'll be having like the blasts marriage, like it will be a very happy marriage because I'm not seeing the person every time. That is just because I like my alone time. It is not good to some extent, but at least give me space. That is all I'm saying. So anything that disrupts this my alone time, I really don't like it. I'm just really trying to adjust, especially thinking of the fact that I will get married and I'll have to, allow people into my space and all that. But, for now that I'm not married, if you are planning to come and disrupt my alone time or just, my personal space, I don't allow you come near because I find myself feeling stressed just by having so many people around me at every particular point in time. I like going out, I like being among people, but then when I get back home, I should still feel that, my introverted self coming out and me enjoying my alone time and enjoying everything about myself. I feel like this has helped me to know who I am as a person. So anything that disrupts my alone time is a no-no. So the sixth and the last one is spending a lot of money on myself before anyone else. Yes, I'm very selfish when it comes to this because, I love myself a lot. I talked about, this idea of choosing myself first in one of my other videos, which, was just talking about the habits I started in my 30s that has given me peace in my life. So you might want to check that out. But, this idea of spending money on myself first before others has made it more easier for me to even be able to spend money on other people without feeling guilty or feeling bad that, I'm not spending money on myself, but then I'm spending money on other people. I don't want that to be the case for me because I like myself a lot. So I don't want to feel like I'm losing out on money that I am working for. So before I spend money on anybody, I make sure that I've gotten everything I want. I know that, okay, I'm happy with myself. So when I'm now putting you on my budget, you know, I'm not feeling guilty or I'm not feeling bad. So these are the things I started doing, where it basically meant that I had to choose myself first before any other person. So I would love to hear from you in the comment section. How have you been selfish in, you know, like your life that has brought you more peace, more sanity? Or are you one that is always thinking about other people before yourself? I would just love to hear from you guys. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, join the family, because I will be bringing you more of these videos. And maybe in the next one where you see me, we'll be talking about money and how I'm planning to join the 1%, because that is something I'm very passionate about. I want to be like, you know, your rich girly. So you'll be seeing me in this bonnet, you know, very soon or more often. But for now, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope this has given you an idea of, you know, how to start living your life to, you know, bring you more peace and more happiness to yourself. So bye guys.